And I know a lot of times people will ask, well, what's the difference between home staging and decorating? Decorating is more about specifically meeting the needs of a homeowner. My job is to help you get the biggest bang for your buck. Sometimes I have to explain to people your furniture might be perfect for you, but what you have here actually for the purposes of selling is devaluing your home.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We've got a great guest lined up for you today, Miss Lindsey Davis with Tilia Staging and Interiors. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what you do, how you got into the business, and what is home staging?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me today. I love you like a brother. I'd hang out with you anytime. So I got into staging because as a young mother, I oftentimes, when I was stressed out, I would find myself meandering around model homes. And I just found that when I was in a home that was beautifully staged and put together, it just gave me that sense of peace. So that's kind of how I drive one of my slogans that I use often, which is places of peace. But in addition to that, one of my talents has always been to just kind of be creative and make a space look homey and create cozy, and I really enjoy doing that. So with that being said, I thought one of the ways I could actually turn that into a business and add value into other people's lives is to actually go into a space and make that very same space look more appealing and more creative. And I don't know if you've ever read Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but
Sure have, yep.
One of the points he talks about in that book is win-win scenarios. But what I love most about what I do is it's actually a win-win-win-win scenario. It's a win for the seller because they're going to have their listing spend less time on the market. Yep. It's going to sell for more. It's a win for the agent because you're making more on your commission with the home selling for more. It's a win for me, obviously. That's the obvious one because it's my business. So I want to do business with you. But a lot of people are forgetting that it's also a win for the buyer because they're able to see how to best use their new space. So they're going to feel better about the home that they just purchased.
What does the home staging look like? You know, when you see HDTV and you see all this stuff, and you know, I hear my clients say, "Well, can I just declutter, or can I rearrange things?" Is that possible? What does kind of break that down for us?
Yeah, it's a great question. A lot of times people have a misconception about what staging is. It's not just randomly filling a home with whatever just to make it look like there's furniture in there. When I go into a home, I am, keyword here, strategically placing furniture to add value, character, and appeal in order to appeal to the widest audience as possible. So it's not just a check off the box. It's, should I put a round table here? Will that soften this area? It's, should I show how you could seat, 8 people in this living room because this is a 4 to 5 bedroom house, and it would look funny if the potential buyers could only see 4 to 6 people sitting here comfortably. So there's just a lot of thought that goes into it. Strategic, keyword there. It's really a strategy.
Now, when you talk staging, are you staging a room of the house? Are we staging the whole house? Is there a combination? Is there a happy medium between it, or do you go into a 2,000 square foot home or larger and say, look, we need to stage every square inch of this?
Sure.
What does that look like, and what do you recommend there in terms of the rooms that are most important to be staged?
Well, 9 times out of 10, once I discuss with the clients, kind of the impact that staging has and the why behind it and the history of what I've done in terms of staging. Thankfully, and this may change, but I hope it doesn't, I'm batting 1,000 here. I've never staged a house that hasn't sold. I've never had anyone say, gosh, I regret doing that. It wasn't worth it. So it's always money well spent. It's a very brief delayed gratification, a great return on your investment. So in terms of what the strategy should be, full stage, partial stage, I always just discuss that with each client, and everyone's logistical circumstances are different. So just going back to what I said a minute ago, and I just try to find a plan that works best for the family and all of their situations and consider all the factors that they're dealing with. So,
and then with pricing, there's a lot of folks that say, hey, I can't stage because it's it's too costly, or maybe they're not even aware of what that cost looks like. Does that depends on the size of the house and what you stage? How does that pricing work when we're, agents like myself are talking to sellers? Does that depend on the size of the house and what rooms you stage?
Yeah, absolutely. And I always do flat fees, so there's no surprises involved. Nobody likes financial surprises. So whenever I charge a certain fee, it always includes the setup, takedown, install, everything. So what I do want to make sure people are thinking about is, a lot of times I'll have this discussion with agents. I want this listing to be staged, but my sellers, I just don't think they're interested in paying for it. I want to share a scenario that happened once, and I've really never forgotten about it. And I think it hammered home more with the agent, even more than it did with me. Props to her. She connected me with her clients, even though she thought they would not move forward with any kind of staging. But once I met with those clients and discussed staging, the impact it had and such, I watched those clients right in front of me. They had a discussion about moving money, a little bit of their money out of a vacation fund that they had, and decided that that money would be best spent at that moment towards some staging for their house. And I just found that really interesting. So I make that point to encourage agents to try not to make that final decision for their clients. Don't make assumptions. Just let me get over there and meet with your client and get in that potential listing and allow the client to make a fully educated decision. So let them be the one to make an adamant no. 9 times out of 10, every person I meet with really decides that it would be best to use my services in some way or some fashion.
Tell the viewers a little bit about how they can find you if they want to get in touch with you.
Okay, so I try to be pretty active on Facebook. I've got a business page called Tilia Staging and Interiors. And if you're needing to email me, you can email me at info@tiliastagingandinteriors.com, or you can call or text me at 404-314-6545.
Awesome. Guys, give Lindsey a call if you guys have any questions at all. I've personally worked with her. She's done some staging for me at a property and just did a phenomenal job, goes above and beyond what she says she's going to do. And also just helps to market the property. Not only are we marketing the property, she's also marketing the property on social media to help. So it's a big team effort, which is really cool. I think the homeowner sees that when us as agents come in and put a team around us. They feel that, and I think they appreciate that a lot. But give her a call if you have any questions at all. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.